Hi friends, it's Luna Musings. If you guys have been following any of what's been going on with me comic-wise or on social media, would have found out that recently I got a scratch on my left eye, and it's made things really difficult to do. So instead of a normal video with pictures, I'm going to do a quick sketchbook walkthrough. As you can see, I don't do things necessarily normally. Here's my hands. Hello, hands. I don't really... I've used your typical sketchbooks before and whatever, but it's not really worked for me per se. Like, there's something about those lovely, like, books that, like... If I get a hardcover one, I'm like... I don't want to screw up in this. And if I get one that has like the flimsy like cardboard cover and stuff, like those completely fall apart on me. Sorry, adjusting my microphone. I'm kind of winging it right now. It's going to be thoroughly wung. So somewhere along the line I got this idea of getting one of these, which is one of those metal I completely spaced on what this is called. Clipboard, there you go, that has the lovely compartments in it. I keep a lot of my supplies in the top one because, I mean, it's really easy to accidentally fill this too full with paper. And then I keep the paper underneath and some other supplies. It works pretty well. Adjusting the microphone again, sorry about that. A lot of times they run away, like, you know, usually it's the eraser and the lead and stuff like that, but, you know, whatever. And then this is just pretty basic cardstock. I got it in a giant pack from my local, like, bulk store, for lack of a better term. Worked pretty well. I like it because it accepts most media. I haven't really tested it on watercolor yet, and it probably doesn't have enough absorbency, but it might still kind of work for that. I don't do that very often, so. I recently did a cover for my sketchbook because I was like, I wasn't planning on doing this for a while, but I needed to rest my eye because it's been really photosensitive, so staring at the screen's been difficult. So here we are. And this is from, like, really late 2016 to the 16th of this month. If anyone's seen my notice about my eyeball, it's a very similar pose, and it's just little sort of chibi me. I liked it so much, I decided it was going to be great, and this is, like, you know, talking about being buried under sketchbooks, which I have. I've had to get rid of a bunch of them as of late, and, like, you know, took pictures of what was in there that I actually liked, and there was a lot of shame. In fact, I have, like, this one here. This is high school shame. And we don't talk about this, because most of the time I hide my sketchbooks, and I'm like, nobody see it. The bonus of what I've been doing with this is that I can remove things that it's like, okay, this isn't worth sharing, or I need to fix this, or whatever. But I can still keep it for myself. So there are a couple things missing from this. You know, just really super unfinished things, like there's just a floating head with no features and stuff like that. That happens a lot. But okay, so there's my adorable little cover page, and I'll probably do that from now on. I was inspired by drawing with waffles and about her welcome to her sketchbook pages, and they're usually really cute, and I went for more of the artist struggle, but that's okay, you know, maybe there'll be some cute ones in the future. Alright, so here's my first page, and this is forever ago, just a cute little sketch of my character, which you'll see her a lot, Lithium. She's kind of been an avatar character, online RPG character. She's been a lot of different things. She's worn many hats. I usually call it the Lithium Project because she's kind of the OC I use when I write my self-indulgent fan fiction and what have you. This is with another person's OC. His name is Deacon. Currently they're not very active, but that's okay. I miss the crazy lizard man. He was a lot of fun. And that's why they're snuggling, because he's a lizard and he's cold. Here we have, this was a Shudokan picture. I was helping a friend run her booth, and she was there, so I was bored, and so I drew Lithium being a little saucy here. But and I was also testing out some markers I hadn't really used before. It's the Sakura Koi grayscale version. And then I just drew like surprised Lithium. It ended up being a pretty popular little picture, but same day I decided to draw 5 of my main character females. I was trying to see if I like do too much of the same face, and while they do have some differences and a lot of hair differences, and obviously a couple of them have some major ear differences, I just realized that I needed to work on it a little bit more. But there's no melanin. These girls are all pale and pasty like myself, kind of underbelly of a frog look. Alright. I think this is another day at Shudokan. I just decided to draw couples with babies, and it was Lithium again, and there's over here we have Giant Dad, that's Don Quixote Rocinante from One Piece, and he's like 9'7", and my poor Lithium is all of 5 feet tall. The other one in the corner was Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. Also, there's a lot of One Piece in here. It's been a more recent thing. I mean, here we have Usopp, and somebody needs to kiss the nose. It's an adorable nose. Sometimes I do a lot of just weird self-indulgent things in here. I was trying to draw Zoro. I'm not very good at it. I'm decent. I was struggling. I think I'm most happy with his confused face right here. This one looks like somebody's in trouble. Not gonna say how. This one was another Lithium one. I ended up turning it into a full picture, and it's a lot better than that, and actually looks kind of Tron-esque. I don't know what happened with that, but hey, it's fun. I beat up Usopp. I still feel bad about it. A lot of these are before I started watching other people's sketchbook walkthroughs, and so I have a lot of like single things on the page, and I had a lot of that anxiety about, okay, this is great, now I don't want to mess it up over here. Like, there's even like remnants of me trying to draw something else over here and failing, and I have like sketchbook anxiety, for lack of a better term. Another One Piece thing with Lithium. She's actually a shapeshifter. This is actually her shifted into a female version of Trafalgar Law from One Piece. And he was confused. Just trying to draw some personal things, and I was having a lot of anxiety and depression that day. Currently on medication for that. Yay! Haven't done that in ever, and so now I'm actually trying to take care of myself better. Here we have a tree, but is it really a tree? The world may never know. Actually, it's a thing that if you follow my comic, The Lost and Forgotten, eventually you will know what it is. Ha-ha! Shameless plug! Shameless plug! Another character. We're just gonna go scooting along past him. Here again we have the "it looks so good, I don't want to draw anything else on the page" problem. But hey, it's a pretty cup. When I didn't know what to draw, I'd draw one of my female characters. Tried to draw her again in ink. That was when I was hearing about people doing practice in ink. And as you can see, there's this little note that this is why my thing is digital art. I struggled really badly. But I think part of it was I was using the wrong kind of ink pen for what I was trying to do. I have now graduated to the ballpoints. I like the Pentel RSVPs. They just seem to work better for me than like the little Bic stick pens. I wish they were a little cheaper, but they work. I got them in bulk. I'm happy. I was working on something for making clothing patterns for not clothing patterns, but like cloth patterns that I could sell on Spoonflower for some of my characters. So just a little brain spew. This is another one of those unfinished and I didn't quite get it things. Cuddles with Luffy. from One Piece. As you can see, Mr. Rubberman's got his arms completely around Lithium multiple times. And I call this the boob cuddle because none of my lead female characters are exactly what you would call flat. Do I have anime influence? Yes. Do I try to do it like that? No. They do not defy gravity. Unless I feel like making them defy gravity. That happens. I was trying to do something with perspective. I'm terrible with linear perspective, but I was just kind of, again, winging it, and so everything's wrong. Everything. I sometimes put little plans for future projects in here. Here we have Rob Lucci from One Piece. He needs to have his hair down more often. Mwah. Great hair. Even though he's a bad guy. This is Lithium in another OC's outfit that they used to wear. They've had an update recently. But still very cute. Yes, one of my characters will eventually show up in my comic. Ignore the butt. I had to draw the butt. It's there. We just have to deal with it. I can't wait for her to show up, though. Here's some other ladies who will show up eventually. They're all very fun, and I was trying to avoid same face, and my style is kind of simplistic, so sometimes it can be difficult, but I'm trying to get the shapes and, like, different noses, and do the best I can with what I've got. I really love this lady. She's awesome. I can't wait for her to show up. For any of you who have watched it, been reading my comic, this is the headmaster. I had a lot of fun drawing him, especially when he was giggling, and you really need to see that, because he's this big, tough guy, and then this lady's about to show up very soon in the comic. She's one of the professors. And another character I can't wait to show up, because I can't. Another concept art. This guy's gonna show up much later, but we like him. We like him a lot. Robert is awesome. Robert the bartender. I don't have a last name for him. He's just Robert the bartender. Here I have a picture of another character. I'm all for ladies with gnarly scars. Woohoo! Yay, gnarly scars. I was working on more comic ideas. We have John, and like kind of standard annoyed John, and we have Zalane over here. I think I was going for not necessarily faces that they would make. Like, this is kind of a sadder Zalane, and it's not particular. And we have John with like a little, hasn't shaved a bit. That's always fun. Another one of the ladies. She'll show up, and it'll be awesome. Okay, ignore the Chubaco suckers, boobs. Sorry about that, but I need more concept art. But there was a reason I drew that. I'd only drawn the male version of this thing before, and I wanted to do the female, and concept art. I drew myself at one point. This was before I drew myself. And it's a little more in my style, but not. I don't know, my style has been kind of evolving a little bit, depending on what I can do. Trying to figure out one of my characters, like, how her stuff works. Because she carries a lot of things. And also trying to draw this bat. It was a cute bat, and I, like, really messed it up. Trying to draw swords. I'm not very good at getting the katana curve. Like, I really tried, and it didn't work so well. And this face is how I felt about it. Like, this one was supposed to be John's katana. He even carries to dinner. Went back to pencil. As you can see, I'm a little bit more confident with that. Butterflies are weird. Just so you know, if you're just trying to draw them, like, not as, like, the caricature of that, yeah, they're weird. I like pretzel buns. I just drew a pretzel bun. I was trying to figure out another comic thing. The character Mal, he has this crazy, like, skull bone mask thing. And I was trying to figure out what it actually looked like from various angles. And it's weird. Um, I realized with this page that food is really hard for me. um, and bean soup equal pain in the butt. Don't draw by hand. Yeah, I'm probably, like, all the food is probably going to eventually be like, I just made this up. I've got some anatomy study, like, really quick gesture stuff. These were 30-second and minute ones. You can sort of tell what's, 30-second and what's not. This one had wings. It looks really strange, but anyway. I got these particular pictures from Senshi Stock. They have a little this wonderful little setup where it cycles through their stock photos, and you can set it to how much time you want to work on these. These were all minute gestures. Highly recommend that. I'll link that in the description. Again, working on things. I just really wanted to draw lizards. I'm not very good at it, but dang it, I wanted to draw a lizard. And this is the thing that that creature again that he just keeps showing up, and I'm really trying to figure it all out. It's the first successful creature I've designed. So it makes me happy. Faces, I was trying to take people's faces and still translate it into my style, and this one I was most happy about it. If you follow me on Instagram, I've got that one on there actually. And here's a little sugar glider. That was just fun. Trying some more of the techniques that I've been seeing from various YouTubers. I didn't have any colored pens and markers, and that made me sad. But this one went pretty well, I have to say. I really enjoyed how it turned out, and I have to admit, this is a little weird with the cinnamon bun going into someone's legs, but you try something, it works or it doesn't. I was grumpy that day, and so I drew this, the FIFO corn. If anyone knows what that is and has worked in, the food industry, that's first in, first out. I was really cranky about it, because I had to fix a lot of problems with that at work, and so that's what you got, was the FIFO corn. I finally went back to ink, and good things happened. I really like this jellyfish. He's very happy. This one I had a limited amount of time to work on it, so I'm not so mad that it isn't a full page. Here we are again with me in the floating heads, sad lithium. Again, a limited amount of time, but I love this little blep from the kitty, and I think it would make a great tattoo. Feel free to take the idea and run with it. Probably has been done before. This was supposed to be a table. It did not work. And then I tried to draw a clouded leopard, and it didn't work here, and so that it successfully happened the next time. Always awkward. And then here we have me trying to do faces again. This was supposed to be myself. This was merlithium. This was into May, and people were like, "Yay, mermaid!" And I'm like, "Well, I should probably draw that because lithium can turn into one." Sort of. It went okay, and then I don't know what happened there. This old man's pretty awesome. I like slightly grumpy old man. Oh, and here's where I was working on my first video, and I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with it. Originally, I had me in a hoodie, because that's usually pretty standard. But, and some things have changed, some things have not really. I just changed where the butt was for that one. Because butts will always be funny. I was doing some more just random sketches. This makes me very happy, and I'm going to finish it eventually. Aiden and Mal, this is their relationship in a nutshell right here. If you're ever asking, okay, children are hard. Just remember that, children are hard. I drew something else this day, and it was so beautiful and wonderful, but I didn't want to share it because reasons. And then I tried to draw something else, and all I got was a potato. That was just it. Potato. How does burb? I don't know how to burb. But apparently I can't burb, but I can jellyfish. and mushroom pretty well. And this was just okay. So for all you Steven Universe fans out there, you probably recognize the facial expression. I put it on one of my characters and then laughed to myself in a really ridiculously dorky manner. Somebody gave me the idea. It was this meme that was going around Facebook where it's like, based on your Myers-Briggs personality test, what are you? And it suggested either I was a failed artist or a sea hag. And I said, well, I'm going to work on my sea hag cackle then, and this is me as a sea hag. Isn't she lovely? Also, this is her octopus Steve. Apologies to all the Steves out there, including some of my friend Steve, but I think Steve is the funniest man name in the world. It's just a thing. Backstory with Lithium and some of her siblings, they're all experiments, which is why she's a shapeshifter and lots of other things, but they're all adorable and I love them, and I make myself sad with this because Lithium's the only one that survives. Yeah, about that. Working on some other creation, like race creation things, and I'm really debating changing these ladies, but I like the design mostly. Like, I don't think they really need boobs, because we already have that problem. Now, as you can see, I kind of spoiled the next reveal, but just drawing faces, trying to draw glass. This is kind of leany, but that's okay. I found out that the reason that I hate drawing cloth is because I try to do it in pencil. In pen, it works so much better. And this is just a really cool ring I found on Pinterest. Whoever made that, you were just the best. That's such a cool ring. Here's some more things that I was doing. I was waiting to get picked up for my haircut, and here we have the Malachi approved. So if you've seen the second video, you've seen this. This was just another bit of concept art. And me trying to draw food again, and apparently ink I do better. I was planning another video before this, but I was going to actually draw something on the computer, and it didn't work so well. But that's alright. Still trying to perfect the concept on this one. And I think I was getting there. I'm probably going to need help with the pose, but, you know. Yeah, and yes, again, this is Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. I'm a horrible, horrible shipper. Ignore me. Well, I mean, don't ignore me, but you know what I mean. And sometimes you just are trying to get a concept down, and it ends up really weird. And this was just me trying to do my Pokemon trainer and her team, and I was just really sketching it in as quickly as possible because I was having trouble that day. It was actually very shortly after my eye was injured, and so I didn't have a whole lot of patience, and it was kind of painful. So, if you're wondering what the heck this is, okay, so we have Rabombi, Incineroar, Malamar, Lurantis, Toxapex, and Mudsdale. I love the fill-in expression on Mudsdale. It's a great way to end this. So there we go. That's my current sketchbook. I've just calling it this section finished. And thank you for listening to me ramble for a while. And just let, I should be back somewhat to regular schedule, except that I'm going to be working at my day job a little bit more, so things might be slow. So that's why I did kind of maybe a little extra long video this time, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to do one next. Alright, well, thank you very much for looking through my insanity with me, and I hope you guys have a great day, and filled with lots of shenanigans and goings on.